My name is Courtney Whittington, and my presentation today is on employee benefits. Benefits can represent more than 50% of total payroll costs an employer pays depending upon the types of benefits offered. Some benefits are legally required and others are voluntarily granted by the employers. How to select the benefits. A firm can purchase detailed compensation data or hire outside firms to help with designing a benefit plan. Before designing a plan, a consultation should be held with employers by asking for input the employee will feel more valued and needs would be met. Flexible benefit options. Companies need to take in that the workforce is now very diversified and they need to look at what each employee needs based on their generation. A flexible benefit plan is a benefit plan that enables individuals' employees to choose the benefits that are best suited to their particular needs. This plan is also known as a cafeteria plan. Flexible benefits prevent certain benefits from being wasted on employees who have no need for them. Employee benefits required by law. Legally required employee benefits constitutes 19% of the benefits package that employers provide. Those benefits include employer contribution, Social Security, unemployment insurance, and workers' compensation. Social Security insurance. The Social Security Act was designed to protect workers against the loss of earnings from old age and unemployment. The Act was later amended to include disability or, in the case of dependents, the death of the worker supporting them. OASDI, which is Old Age Survivors and Disability Insurance, has become universal for work performed in the U.S., covering about 96% of the American workforce. Social Security insurance. The Social Security program is supported by the means of a tax levied against employees' earnings that must be matched by the employer in each pay period. Tax revenues are used to pay three major types of benefits: retirement benefits, disability benefits, survivors benefits. Retirement benefits. In order to qualify for retirement benefits, a person must have reached retirement age and be fully insured. A fully insured person has earned 40 credits, a maximum of 4 credits a year, for 10 years, based on annual earnings. The age to collect full benefits at this time is 67. Disability benefits. Disability benefits are Social Security benefits that pay people who cannot work because they have a medical condition that is expected to last at least a year or result in death. There is a 5-step process to determine if you are eligible for disability. Are you working? Is your medical condition severe? Is your medical condition on the list of impairments? Can you do the work you did before? Can you do any other type of work? I can give an example of this. My mother, she was not working. Her medical condition was cardiomyopathy caused from a stroke and diabetes. It is on the list of impairments since her heart is only working 14%. Can she work or did she work before? She did, but with constant chest pain. Can you do any other type of work? No. My mom can't even walk to the mailbox without being out of breath at this point. Survivors benefits represent a form of life insurance paid to members of the deceased person's family who meet the eligibility requirements, can only be paid if the deceased worker had credit for a certain amount of time spent in the work covered by Social Security. Medicare. Medicare includes both medical and hospital insurance and prescription drug coverage. A portion of the payroll taxes is paid by the employee, then matched by the employer. The age to receive Medicare is 65. Unemployment insurance. Unemployment insurance is a part of a national program administered by the U.S. Department of Labor under the Social Security Act. It protects workers who lose their jobs through no fault of their own. Employees who are laid off are eligible for 26 weeks of unemployment. Workers' compensation. Workers' compensation is a state-mandated insurance provided to defray loss of income and costs of treatment due to work-related injuries or illness. Workers' compensation covers workers who are injured on the job. Example, my dad was working at a sawmill. He's the manager. He was doing 2 men's job that day. He had to feed a piece of wood. He fed a piece of wood, the wood slipped, and the wood chipper actually took in his hand with it, messing up 3 of his left-hand fingers. his company actually paid for the work. He had to go through different surgeries to get the function back in his hands. COBRA insurance. It's a Consolidated Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act, COBRA. It mandates that employers make health care coverage at the same rate the employer would pay available to employees, their spouses, and their dependents on termination of employment, death, or divorce. Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. There are some key provisions on that. A firm that employs 50 or more people who work 30 or more hours per week but do not offer them health insurance will have to pay a penalty to the government. Also, firms with 200 full-time employees are required to automatically enroll new full-time employees in their health care plans. Employers must offer coverage to the employees' children until they turn 26. No copays or deductibles can be charged to employees and their dependents for certain essential healthcare services, which are generally preventative care related. Lifetime dollar limits on key healthcare benefits are not allowed. Employees cannot lose their insurance coverage solely because of an honest mistake they or their employees made on their insurance application. Family Medical Leave Act. The Family Medical Leave Act applies to employers having 50 or more employees during 20 or more of the calendar work weeks in a current or preceding year. The employer must grant an eligible employee up to a total of 12 work weeks of unpaid leave in a 12-month period, or one of the following reasons: birth of care of a new child, adoption or foster care placement of a child, care for an immediate family member with a serious medical condition, serious health condition of the employee, child and elder care. Employer-sponsored dependent care allows the employee to set aside a certain amount of pay for child care. Also, elder care provided to an elderly relative by an employee who remains working. Payment for time not worked. One option is vacations. Vacation bonuses given in lieu of paid vacation payments for holidays not worked, paid sick leave, military and jury duty, and payments due to health in the family, or death in the family, Sabbaticals, paid or unpaid time away from a job for 4 or more weeks that employee takes off to renew themselves before returning to work. Severance pay. One-time payment, sometimes given to an employee who is being involuntarily terminated. Pension plans. Pension reward employees for their years of service with the company by providing them with income when they retire. There are 2 major ways to categorize the pension plan: according to the contributions made by the employer and according to the amount of pension benefits to be paid. There's a contributory plan in which the contributions are made jointly by the employee and the employer, which is actually what I have, what most companies do have. And then the non-contributory plan, a pension plan in which contributions are made solely by the employer.